The next guy, absolutely hilarious. We watched him blossom in the past few years. He's here because he's white and a nerd, and I love him. Welcome, Tom Cassidy, everybody.
That was nice. Thank you. One more time for the slave master of ceremonies, Aaron Berg, everybody. Thank you. In his past life, Aaron was a male stripper who let men come on his chest. And somehow, Gino Bisconte is still the most embarrassing co-host of In Hot Water. By the way, the water isn't hot, it's warm, and it's not water, it's Gino's piss. He's a disgrace. It's so nice to be here at the roast of a person who was allegedly assaulted by a successful comedian who has an HBO special. And no, we're not at the roast of T.J. Miller's college girlfriend. We're here for Kevin Brennan, everybody.
Yes!
Nice. This show is dragging. Oh my goodness. It's already gone longer than Shane Gillis's tenure at SNL. It is. I thought Shane was going to be here, so I'm going to tell one joke about him. Shane looks like Shrek in whiteface who really wants to wear yellow face over it. Cool. Speaking of ducks that should be hanging from a window, Barry Ribs is here. Or as his estranged son calls him, nothing.
Oh, shit.
Barry's son is a junkie, which is almost as embarrassing as Barry Ribs being your father.
I don't know. We're going to take that back.
Barry's actually a very religious man who believes in God, despite God giving him the body of a withering old Jewish man and the voice of a black stereotype. If Barry transitioned into a woman, his name would be Rachel Dalla Rohypnozol. That's the date rape drug. Okay.
Take two. I'm fine.
That's fair. To be fair, though, Barry is one of my favorite street vagrant grifter comedians. And I'll be very sad when he's found dead in the alley behind the cellar. The over-under is 4 weeks, so Gino, let me know. He's a gambler. Okay. Now on to one of my least favorites, Chad Zumock. Chad, I've really enjoyed watching your handshake for the past 3 hours. Oh my God. Because he stinks, Kevin. Chad Zumock is as likable as he is funny, which is not very.
You stink.
He's not good at what he does.
Thank you. Thank you. This guy, he gets it. This guy.
Sit down. I'm gonna go off script for 1 second. Gino, it's not cool or funny. You are 40 and an alcoholic. It's sad, Gino. You're 50, Gino. I was trying to give him a fucking... Okay. Chad is like a crank yankers puppet come to life if Jim Florentine came inside of it. Chad once told me and Kevin that when he's finally done using comedy, which is so funny, he'll move to Florida to be a feature act at the local clubs. Haven't the people of Florida been through enough? Jesus Christ, at least hurricanes and mass shootings end quickly. I gotta double back to that for a second. Chad Zumock saying he uses comedy. This fastly aging zilch that dresses like Turtle from Entourage, who middles in Cleveland and has not passed at one club in this city has the nerve to say that he uses comedy. Chad, you use comedy the same way a heroin addict uses a dick to suck to get another fix. And at least that...
This is about Chad or me.
It's actually about you, because at least the heroin addict closes strong. Thank you for that setup, you fucking has-been. Oh, man, that was nice. Thank you, Kevin. The ghost of Guys We Fucked future, Patty Rosborough, is here. Patty is about as relevant and in demand as her 60-year-old pussy. I round it down.
Thank you.
Wait, I gotta take one more stop. Remember when Chad was bombing and he was like, I'm lost? It's like, Chad, put the shitty jokes in order. You fucking...
All right, move on from your crutch.
I don't know what he just said, but I wasn't gonna tell this joke, and now I'm going to. I am fairly sure that Brody Stevens killed himself because he's friends with Chad Zumock. He's interrupting.
We're calling this fight. We're calling the fight.
Please, do not interrupt a professional comedian, Chad. I didn't want to tell that joke.
You have a day job.
Writing for television shows. What do you think the end game is here? What? Oh my God. Oh, this is fun. Oh, there's a few jokes I wasn't going to tell, now I'm going to. Okay, I told that. Patty used to work with Jon Stewart, and now she is a stewardess at a John. Oh, man. The only way that she could get a hold of Jon Stewart now is to pull a Renazizi and say she was in one of the towers on 9/11. But we could only be so lucky. As a tribute to 9/11, Patty hasn't changed her act since. The ghosts of Guys We Fucked present are here as well. Christina Hufflepuff and Corinne Slytherin. Here's the name of a podcast they'll never host: Keeping a Man and Being Funny. I'm just kidding, Christina. You'll be able to keep a man. And I'm just kidding, Corinne. You're funny. Kind of.
Oh, God.
Corinne is constantly late for shows she's booked on, and she's always late for her period. She'll say it's because she's in demand, but I say it's because she lets random Puerto Rican men come inside of her. Christina, you're boring, but I understand why. It's because you got a nice set of bazoombas and you have one of those attractive New York horse faces that people like. It's comforting, and to be honest, in my single days, I would have loved to have fed you a carrot and pet you with a wooden brush. Just shut up, Kevin. I have 1.5 pages left. Yep, I know.
Come on, man.
Dan Soder is on the show Billions, which is what Mike Bocchetti sees when he looks down at a scale. The highlight of my life was watching Mike read his jokes from the crayon that he drawed it on. It was, oh my God. Corinne took a picture of it. Check it out. This has been kind of talked about, but not quite. Like, Mike, are you mad that Chip Chipperson is appropriating your retard culture? Because I think you should be, man. It's not fair. You should be the one who gets to hire attractive women co-hosts and pretend to be creepy until they finally quit your podcast and never talk to you again. So many big comedians backed out of this that this should be called the roast of compound media. Oh, what? Too far. Bobo wanted to be here, but he's busy jerking off in a Home Depot parking lot. If Artie Lang's nose was a human being, it would be Mike Bocchetti. I think that I'm going to tell this joke the way it was supposed to be told. Dave left. My friend Dave Temple took a night off from performing at a fish fry in Harrisburg to be here. But it turns out he thought the fish fry would be a better opportunity. Dave spends most of his time on the road, performing for pill-addicted, hate-filled white people, or as Kevin calls them, his Twitter following. Kevin, I know... After I tell these jokes about you, and then you can go up. Kevin has been going on the road with Louis C.K. this year, which is nice. Louis used to jerk off in front of his openers, and now he has a jerk off as an opener.
That's you, Kev.
Gino,
You said you're a jerk off, dude. You're a jerk off.
Gino, I will drive you to rehab tonight. Gino, I will pay for it. I think it isn't. Kevin couldn't get one black person to come to his roast. On the dais, shut the fuck up. You should have called it the barbecue of Kevin Brennan.
He's so good. He's so good.
Kevin Brennan is hated by the black community that live in his house. And by black community, I mean his children. And by his house, I mean his rented apartment in Jersey City. I have 3 jokes left. Shut up.
Do it.
It's not just black people that hate Kevin, though. It's Jewish people of varying statures, all women, blind pedophiles, podcast hosts that have fat wives.
Oh, come on.
Podcast hosts that are drug addicts. His brother, his mother, his dead father, his wife, probably one of his sisters. More successful comedians, unsuccessful comedians, audiences, bookers, clubs, owners, people who ride the PATH train. The list is too long, everybody. 2 jokes left. Relax. I'll get you a warm glass of milk. Kevin has been almost beaten up more times than Aaron when his wife Christine has had too many glasses of red wine and is fresh off a bomb at a bar show in the village. Shut up, I'll throw you a fish. Both Kevin and Aaron get out of their beatings because they're much older and smaller than their attacker. Kevin and, this is my last joke, and then I'll leave. Kevin and Shane Gillis are the only 2 people who have been hired at both SNL and Compound Media. That is until Pat Dixon becomes the angry old janitor at 30 Rock. Just picture him just mopping. The statistics of sexual assault on college campuses isn't accurate. I just love to see the look on Keenan's face when he wonders why that custodian is wearing a suit. But, thank you, it's specific. I don't like him. Kevin, I love you, and I look forward to losing a job because I'm loosely affiliated with you one day.